Hey guys, what's going on? It's Waseem here again for another fragrance review. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Oud Silk Mood from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Maison meaning house of, and Francis Kurkdjian being the nose of this fragrance. A lot of you people have been commenting on my Oud Satin Mood review saying, you said Maison Francis Kurkdjian. That's not his name. His name's Francis Kurkdjian. Maison means house of in French. So just to put it out there, Maison means house of in French, and Francis Kurkdjian is a very acclaimed perfumer. So Oud Silk Mood was released in 2013 and is classified as Oriental. Obviously the nose is Francis Kurkdjian. He's a very acclaimed perfumer, classically trained in France. He's best known for his absolutely classic creation, Le Mare, from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier in the mid-90s, and he's also created other fragrances for other popular designer houses such as Narciso Rodriguez for him and her. So Maison Francis Kurkdjian, very popular in the fragrance industry, as you would know, because of the creation of Le Mare, an absolute classic that sold millions all over the world. He then collaborated with another company and started up his own niche house, which this fragrance is part of. And this fragrance is part of his Oud line. In his Oud line, he has the original Oud, he has Oud Silk Mood, this one, Oud Satin Mood, Oud Cashmere Mood, Oud Velvet Mood. All very pleasant scents. I've extensively tested this one and Satin Mood, which I've reviewed. And Satin Mood was a really special fragrance, even though it was a little bit of a disappointment because the Oud wasn't massively out there, but it's definitely one to check out because it has beastly performance and it's a very unique scent. So definitely do check out my review on that one. So yeah, that was a bit of a background regarding the house, the perfume and the fragrance itself. But what are the notes of Oud Silk Mood? There's 4 notes in this scent. You're going to get Bulgarian rose, you're going to get oud, you're going to get papyrus, and you're going to get chamomile. Now, if you're wondering what chamomile is, like I was, I did a little bit of research. Chamomile is a herb, and the plant of this herb looks a lot like a daisy. And chamomile, I've noticed and researched online that they sell in specialty teas. You know how you have specialty teas such as green tea, ginger tea, pomegranate tea, and God knows what sort of specialty teas out there. They do a pomegranate, they do a chamomile tea with that herb, and it's meant to be good for your health. It's meant to have really good health benefits such as clear skin and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what it is. I've never ever smelled it, I never tasted it myself, so I wouldn't really know. I'll just stick to my original British black tea with some milk, no sugar obviously. The best type of tea is definitely Yorkshire tea. I think PG Tips is a distant second, but Yorkshire tea is the proper tea. Yeah, so that's a little bit of background regarding chamomile. Let's move over to how this really smells like. For me, Oud Silk Mood is really about 2 notes. It's really linear scent in my opinion. It's only really about the oud and about the rose. The rose in this scent is very smooth. It's a very lush, rich and very alluring rose, and the rose is very different to the rose that you find in Lyric Man. It's not bright and really light Lyric Man, nor is it overly sweet and jammy like you find in Rose d'Arabie or More Than Words. More Than Words and Rose d'Arabie, the rose note is really sweet and has like a gourmandish feel due to the vanilla. It's not the case for Oud Silk Mood in my opinion. It is sweet and it is really lush and it's really rich, but it is excellently subdued by the oud. The oud is incredibly woody, has a dusty and dry quality, and the oud does have a medicinal vibe slightly in the opening, but it is not by no means an animalic or funky barnyard type of oud at all. The woody nature of the oud really helps to subdue the rose in this scent from becoming too sweet or too sickly, like a lot of rose oud combos are. Overall, like I've said, it's quite a linear scent. I always find that whenever I wear this, that the rose and oud are constantly fighting each other to become the most dominant note. And really, it's the rose that wins at the end in the dry down, really, really deep in the dry down, where it starts to become the most prominent note above the oud. But the oud is always there in the scent as that brilliant backing player. For me, this scent has a lovely, like, alluring quality, and it has quite a romantic feel as well. So this would make a really, really good fragrance to wear on formal date situations. Now you have to be careful, because I do think many women might not enjoy this scent, because it's not like one of your generic compliment getters like Sauvage or like Blue de Chanel. You know, those really easy to wear scents. This one does need to have a certain personality to pull off. But I would personally, if I was dressed well and I was going to a formal date, say you were taking your date to the theatre or a really posh dinner, then this one will be fantastic to wear. Especially if you're wearing a nice blazer and you're wearing a nice shirt, then this one would definitely be perfect for that. In terms of seasons, this one I would only wear at night time. It's not suited to the day, and it's best suited during the fall and the winter, especially in the colder months. Now I've experimented this in the summer and I actually really enjoyed it, so you might want to give it a go in the heat as well. In terms of performance, I found that the projection was average, but you do have a good scent cloud around you. It's not a beastly scent. It's not like its brother Satin Mood, which is a very strong beastly scent. This one sticks a little bit close to the skin. It's more in the average range, but longevity is excellent. I got around 10 hours of longevity. If I was to give an overall rating for this scent, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good fragrance and it does smell really nice, but it's very linear, and for the price tag that this fragrance goes for, I was really hoping this scent to have a lot of different characteristics, and I was expecting it to like change a lot and, you know, to have a lot of dimensions, but it really didn't. It was quite a linear scent. It really didn't have many layers to it. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5, which is really respectable. I think it's a good scent, and it's a good scent to have a little small decant of for those special occasions now and then. But really, there's better fragrances out there in my opinion. So that was my review of Oud Silk Mood. Apologies for this review being the way it was today. I'm not really myself. I'm incredibly tired, but I really wanted to do a review because I've been slacking lately. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this review. Make sure, as always, to leave a like and a comment below. And until next time, my friends, see you later.